Hello people of the internet, welcome to this video. As you can tell by the title, it is a book shopping vlog and a book haul. I recently went to the city with my dad for other reasons, but we went book shopping because I had a voucher from the this chain bookstore that's around the country, and I wanted to use it. I actually wanted to use it to buy poetry. I didn't end up buying any poetry, but I did end up buying a few books, so I thought I would show you the clips from the book shopping vlog part of it, and then I will do the haul for you after you've watched those few clips. Okay, so here's my haul. I bought 5 books. Seems like 5 is my number. I keep buying 5 books. I actually bought 6 books, but one of the books I bought was for my mom, so I gave it to her already, so it's in her room. I don't have it anymore. There's a theme again. I feel like I'm in the yellow and orange phase, because last time I bought books the spines were also yellow and orange, or there were 2 books with yellow and orange spines. And this time I have more yellow and orange spines, so I feel like I'm in my yellow and orange phase this year. I'm also wearing yellow today, one of the only yellow shirts I own, because yellow makes me look sick. It's just my complexion. 2 of the books that I bought were on my list of books that I already wanted. The other 3 were not, but let's get into it nonetheless. Let's not waste any time. The first book I bought is a book called Letters of Note. Cats. So it's a book of letters written by several different people about cats, or the letters are not necessarily about cats, but they mention cats. I am a cat person, so I bought this book, and now I have a book of letters about cats, and I'm happy about it. Then the next book I bought was Oligarchy by Scarlett, and this was on my my list of books that I want to read. I saw it in the bookshop, not the same bookshop, but one of the same chain of bookshops a few months ago, probably already a year ago, maybe more than a year ago, and it sounded interesting. So basically in this story, a Russian oligarch's daughter gets sent to an English boarding school. I don't know why she gets sent to this boarding school, but she gets sent there, and she's now the new girl, and she's like, everything is strange to her and she doesn't really know what's happening, but she has a roommate, and her roommate suddenly vanishes, and now they sort of have to try and figure out what happened to her roommate, and obviously they uncover some secrets along the way. I am a very big fan of a whodunit and like murder mystery kind of stuff. I don't know if this girl's actually going to have been murdered in this book, but it's a mystery to me. Then the next book I bought is Hamnet by Maggie. Yes, I am a basic bitch. I have bought the book that everybody was talking about last year and the year before. I could not resist, because it actually sounded like a good story to me. So if you don't know, if you haven't heard people screaming about this on the internet yet, Hamnet is basically a fictional biography of Shakespeare's son, Hamnet, upon which Shakespeare's play Hamlet is based. And I can't tell you much more than that, because I don't know much more than that. But also, can we just look at this cover? This cover is beautiful. I feel like, I don't know if this one has a US and a UK cover, but I feel like in South Africa we usually get the UK covers, and most of the time I like the UK covers better than the US covers. But I don't know if this has, I know it has a different cover in the hardcover version, but I don't know if it has a UK versus US cover difference. But anyway, this is my favorite cover. Probably of the year so far. It's just beautiful, and I hope that the story is great as well. Everybody who I've heard speak about it has loved it, so I'm assuming it is good. I am expecting good things. But anyway, then the next book I have is The Mockingbird Next Door, Life with Harper Lee. So this is I don't know if it's not necessarily a biography. It's a memoir, they say at the bottom here. But it is written by a journalist who is one of the few journalists who Harper Lee ever really gave an interview to. Harper Lee and her sister Alice describing their life. I don't know to what extent Alice is part of the story, but I think she plays a big part in the story. But yes, basically it's a memoir about Harper Lee, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, if you didn't know, and also Go Set a Watchman, but everybody knows about To Kill a Mockingbird. That's why it's called The Mockingbird Next Door. So I got that. This was not on my list, but as soon as I saw it on the bookshelf, I knew I had to have it, because I am a fan of Harper Lee, and I want to know more about her. The last book I bought is The Truants by Kat Weinberg. I'm going to just read you from the back of this. Read the synopsis on the back of this thing, because it's quite long. People disappear when they most want to be seen. Jess Walker, middle child of a middle-class family, has perfected the art of vanishing in plain sight. But when she arrives at a concrete university campus under flat grey East Anglican skies, her world flares with colour. Drawn into a tightly knit group of rule breakers led by their maverick teacher Lorna Clay, Jess begins to experiment with a new version of herself, but the dynamic between the friends begins to darken as they share secrets, lovers, and finally a tragedy. Soon Jess is thrown up against the question she fears most: what is the true cost of an extraordinary life? So it's another one of those sort of murder mystery-y kind of type of books, even though you don't know what the tragedy is, but I'm assuming that it is that somebody dies, or that something bad happens to somebody. This book reminds me a lot of the way that people describe Bunny by Mona Awad, and also I think it's These Violent Delights. I don't know who the author is. The synopsis of this book reminds me of the way that other people describe those books. I haven't read either of them yet either, but this book intrigued me, so I bought it, and I'm going to read it at some point this year. I really feel like with The Truants and with Oligarchy, I'm sort of jumping back into a murder mystery kick, which I love, because I love murder mysteries. They're one of my favorite types of books to read and movies to watch. I'm very excited about these two books. I'm excited about all of these books, but these are just very intriguing to me. So out of all of the books on this list, I probably will read them first, to be honest. But yes, so a very short video again this week, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. If you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed already and you want to see more bookish content from me. Usually I don't do book hauls as often, but I do other bookish things. So if you'd like to see more from me, you can subscribe, check out the videos that I have published in the past. And with that, I'll see you all again in my next video next week. Bye.